Hey everybody, welcome back to Easy Guitar Practice. As always, we're going to review the exercise before breaking it down. So as you can tell, this is just a simple chord progression, and if you're not familiar with the naming, this would be considered a 1, 6, 4, 5 chord progression, and I'll explain that really quick. So we're in the key of C. That first chord we play is a C major chord, and that is the root note, or it's the root chord. The A minor chord that we play next, right? You can look at that as the A note, which would be the 6th note in the C major scale, all right? So we've got 1, 6, and then we've got an F, right? Which would be the 4th note or 4th chord in a C major scale. 1, 2, 3. So there's the 4 chord, and then we're playing a G, and although we're moving down, this is a type of inversion, and it's just a way to play the G chord, and it's a triad, and all of these chords inside of this progression are played as triads. And I just realized I moved on without fully finishing that thought, so just to wrap things up, there's our C major scale. There's the first 5 notes in the C major scale. So G, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's our G, so that's the last chord in our progression. So, hopefully you can recognize we've got 1 with the C, 6 with the A minor, 4 with the F, and even though we're moving down on the neck, this is a G chord. So it is the 5th chord, it is the 5 chord. So to speak. So you should recognize that this is a pretty standard chord progression, and if you move it down or up on the neck, you're changing the key. And of course, anytime we're asked to be accurate with our strumming, hit a specific number of strings, it's gonna provide a great warm-up. But what we're also learning here is, how to get some different flavors from traditional chords. So, the same chords would be, what you might be familiar with. Right, but those can be very bulky, and maybe you're playing with a bass player, or, you're playing with a friend, who's maybe playing power chords, getting these bass notes involved. That's where maybe you just say, oh, okay. It has a different, I think the word is the correct choice. It has a different flavor, it has a different feel, a different vibe. So it can just be appropriate depending on the situation. There are plenty of situations where that will be appropriate, but there will also be plenty of situations where, where that progression or that phrasing will be more beneficial. So have fun with this, maybe break out the metronome, that could be helpful as far as keeping really good time, but of course, you can take it easy and just go slowly, work through it at a tempo that feels comfortable, and yeah, just use that as a nice simple warm-up, and then move on to all the songs and solos that you want to learn, and we'll see you next time.